to inspire, to unite, bringing you the truth, shining ever so bright. Join the discussion, be a part of the crew. Every single episode, something fresh and new. From the first part to the last, we're serving up the best, putting every theory to the ultimate test. So leaning close, don't miss a single beat. The Lunch Hour Podcast can't be beat. Lunch Hour Podcast.
Hey.
You a little short today.
I'm a little short.
Yeah, you a little short. Put a little height in your chair or something.
Is that better?
That's better. Now we eye level.
That's tough. It's so funny. I have to tilt because I tend to lean when I talk. And I always forget that.
You be on that lean? I mean,
Yeah,
what?
you know what I'm saying? I be on that lean, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I be like, all right, I need to be somewhat centered because I can kind of, you know what I'm saying, a little gangster lean. Yo, what's up? Welcome to the Lunch Hour Podcast. I'm Latoya, the host with the most. So glad for you to join us on this beautiful hump day, on this Wednesday. On this Wednesday.
It's your boy Paul, also known as PR to some people on the TikTok world. But here we are on this beautiful, wonderful
I ain't
Wednesday.
even say my name yet.
I thought you said Latoya with the host. Listen, man.
Man, did I? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm still
Just say it again.
coffee.
Just say it again. Just say it again.
Case. I'm Latoya, the host with the most. So glad for you to try. I don't know. I don't remember. I know I said welcome to the Lunch Hour Podcast. I don't remember anything else. I'm not fully caffeinated of yet.
As you can hear, my voice is gone.
Better find it.
It's here. I'm just gonna have to be a little close.
Ugh. That's all that hollering you did on.
Listen,
on
Monday and yesterday.
What you was hollering about yesterday?
I have a child.
Then you need to stop hollering at your baby. I can't help you.
Don't tell me what to do.
You can stop hollering at that baby. That's what you need to do. I'm super excited. You know, we flip-flop. So we finished out talking about company retreat, which was
fantastic.
I can't wait to see that bonus episode. It's gonna be so good. So you have that. I'm actually low-key super duper excited. I need to text my best friend because my new documentary. Oh, here we go.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. My new documentary, you know what I'm saying, that is coming out today. So I'm gonna have to figure out.
Y'all that are new here, this wonderful human being to my left, your right, whatever side you're on, top, bottom, whatever. My wonderful friend that I call my sister. I promise you on everything that is on this earth. If you have a question about something, she probably has a documentary about it.
I know a documentary, 100%.
Without a shadow of a doubt. There's a documentary somewhere.
There is, I promise you, I've seen it.
If it hasn't come out, I'm pretty sure there is one coming.
The odds of me not seeing it are very, very low. But if I haven't, I probably could find one. Like it's just
the way it is.
It's just the way it is. And so this is another one with the LDS church, which I have an unhealthy obsession with Mormons.
You need a break from documentary series. Like just take a hiatus.
This is maybe I haven't watched that many this year. Maybe
we're only in April. Relax.
I probably maybe have watched 3, if that.
Hey Val, how you doing, Val?
I maybe have watched like 3. I could be exaggerating too, because you know what I'm saying, but
thank y'all for tuning in from the TikTok world.
Yeah, what's up? Not like I can't necessarily fully recall.
So you telling me you lost track?
I feel like I watch them like regular TV, so sometimes I may not have a good, accurate assessment of how many I watch. I feel like I've only watched like 3 or 4 this year, but like I could be off because I probably just frequent them a little too much. So like I probably could be like, it's like sometimes
you're admitting that you have a problem.
I don't think it's a problem. I just like to be informed. I'm nosy. And the best way to be nosy is documentaries. Like,
I hate it here.
if there's a cult documentary, I probably watched it.
I'm like, we already trying. I'm still trying to recover from the yoga pants.
Oh, the yoga one.
Yeah, the yoga cult.
Yeah, that one's. I had to take a break. That was too much. I took a
A
break from.
yoga cult, like that is a thing.
Yeah, it's definitely it was a thing for sure. Um, but I had to take a break from that one because it was just
intense.
it was just a lot.
You don't say. You don't say. I wouldn't have guessed that one.
If I say a documentary is a lot, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a yoga cult. Like,
yeah, it just was a lot going. Like
the title in itself.
Well, it's not called yoga cult. That's
But
not.
I'm just saying, it's a sheer fact that there's a cult
Mhm.
surrounded by yoga. Like
Mhm.
yoga is the preference of the cult.
Yeah, yoga is your entry point.
I'm coming here to get stretched out and relaxed, and 30 minutes into it, I didn't join the cult.
No, it's not like that. Like, like they.
Apparently, it's a thing because Val says she saw it too.
Yeah, I was like the documentary.
What the hell?
It's great.
Am I behind?
Like it like it kind of started as like this thing, like people were going to yoga, and I think certain people are attracted, like like cults kind of, there's a certain type of person that becomes very attractive to like cult or cult like behavior.
Okay.
I mean, just news alone right now will tell you that.
Just go outside.
I'm
Just throw a rock somewhere and you'll find one.
That's all I'm gonna say. Red Hatters.
Hey,
And so
hey.
but it's a certain type of person that kind of falls into this cult thing. And a lot of times people who are searching, who are in transition, right, who are kind of looking for something and don't have like a strong, like they're kind of in these pivotal times in their lives, and I think those people are usually the ones who are most susceptible to joining a cult. The yoga thing was just interesting for a myriad of reasons.
I just didn't expect that in my bingo card for 2026.
I mean, it's not like they were like, "Hey, come do yoga." It's like, "Hey,"
it's like out of all the things that you've introduced me to on a weekly basis, especially on Wednesdays. Again, we've been on Piss Off PR, Piss Off Paul break
Mhm.
for a few weeks now.
Mhm.
However, we have accumulated a lot of just what the hell moments. You know, and it's just like yoga cult was not on my bingo card.
It was, I mean, I think particularly because Val said she's seen it.
Right.
I think it's just the subtlety of this one, like how subtle it was. Like, I feel like you kind of like, it wasn't just like bam, like it was,
Right.
it's very subtle. And so I think it's really easy how people can kind of fall into that just because this particular cult was just,
Val
it was all
said,
subtle.
She said when he turned off the air and would have let them get water or bathroom break, I was like, what the F?
Yeah. Like it's like it, cause, and it's like always around a central figure, right? And this central figure. And so like, because I feel like, especially with the
you
yoga,
got to take your time.
Yeah, like some of this stuff, some of the indoctrination happens over time. Like it's like, oh, okay, I'm here. I want to get to the next step. I want to learn more, get the next level of enlightenment. And then it's like, and then they have kind of like this North Star thing, right? And so trying to get to this like chosen piece is like the other big thing of it. And so it becomes interesting, right? And then after a while, I think the other thing that becomes very interesting, and then we'll get into the topic, but the other thing that becomes very interesting about all of this is I think that sometimes people get so far in, it's hard to leave because you're still hoping for the payoff.
So you're sucked in basically, and it's hard to be like, well, I haven't got to the pinnacle point yet, and I feel like I'm almost there, or I don't know how close I am to the pinnacle.
It's coming. Like I said, just look at the news. It's coming. But it's not, though. Like all the signs point to it's not. And like typically what happens is when people what you'll see even in that documentary, even what you see outside is what I'll say,
Right.
is when people start to, I'll say vote, not actual vote, but like I consider an action a vote towards something, any action.
When you're consciously,
When you are consciously making decisions against your own intuition and what's best for you, then you probably in trouble, right? You're taking action against your own what's in your own best interest.
yeah,
And so that's like a sure shot sign of it, right? Like even at the yoga thing, when they were like, in order to get to the next step, like you got to take all these pictures of yourself. And that should have been a red flag.
take pictures of myself or what? You know what?
Pictures.
Don't answer that. Don't
It's
answer.
just pictures. I said pictures of yourself. Whatever version you think it is, it's probably that.
It's
And then
already a
some.
red flag.
Right. But
It's
then
already a red flag.
and so then people go against their own best interest. And then that's kind of how I feel like you can start to say it's cult-like behavior when people
Very much
are
so.
acting against their own best interest in hopes of something actually happening.
And
And
nothing actually happens because you got bamboozled.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I could name several of them. You got the Davidians.
Again, just go outside and throw a rock somewhere and you're going to find somebody.
I mean, here outside, like I said,
just literally just go outside and turn on your TV.
you know, being great again. You know what I'm saying? You've got the Davidians, you've got Heaven's Gate, you've got the LDS, you've got man, there's so many more. They have ones that's like the 7, like it's like a numeral number. I forgot what it was, but they had like the tattoo.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, it's like all over the place, all the time. You just
Hey, Kalani.
it's just they're everywhere. But I digress. Anyways.
Now we got topics.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Topic.
We get to cover Extracted today. The season finale. So let's just kind of give a little rewind. We've been recapping Extracted, reality TV show that's on Fox. And on Monday, we got the pleasure of watching the season finale with season 2 winner, Team RJ, which is RJ, his mom Michaela,
right
and his
there.
aunt Tanisha.
You can't see it, but it's right
Yeah,
there.
it's there. It's there. We got an invite, so we were able to go to Dallas and experience the season finale. I still can't like process like how awesome
I'm
and
still
amazing.
in disbelief.
Oh, it's amazing, right? And so I do want to talk a little bit through the season finale before we get our special guest on. Because I think it's important, like, just to kind of catch people up. At this point, at the season finale, the Olsen brothers are now gone because
they wanted to play ball-headed hoe games. I said what I said.
they
playing with fire and got burned.
They took a very they played a hard game, and sometimes when you play a hard game, it's risky. And as a result of that, it worked out against them. It backfired.
Fast too. It came fast.
It came, like it's one of those things too. And I think you and I were even talking about it. I was like, let's just say theoretically that Tanisha and Michaela didn't have the advantage card. I don't think the outcome would have been any different.
No, he still would have had the short end of the stick because of Daniel and David's gameplay and how aggressive they came out the gate week 1. Coming down to that final 4,
coming down to that deception either
set
way
them back so far.
Right, because remember now, because keep in mind, even before Tanisha and Michaela played that card, they were still last.
Because even with the crate that they picked, like you said, let's say they weren't able to, you would have still gone on Dead Man's Island.
100%.
You have one tree on this little piece of land that if you walk 2 feet around, it's nothing but water.
Yep. I still think
so. No matter where the wind is blowing, you're feeling all 30-degree weather.
Oh, facts.
Plus, the water is going to be splashing.
Yep.
Let it rain one day on that thing. That island's going to disappear.
Oh, it's Rapskis.
So either way, the inevitable was going to happen regardless with the power card or not. The
Yep.
inevitable was going to be Luke was going to get extracted.
Yep.
It was just when.
Correct. I don't like, maybe he could have, I don't know. It was cold. He had
Red,
swam.
thanks for joining.
He had swam and it was cold. So you kind of have that piece of the puzzle. So Olsen brothers are gone. Where we leave off episode 9, Polly has swam and Polly is cold.
An hour worth of swimming.
I didn't know it was an hour.
An hour.
Wait, did I miss that?
I heard it on one of the recaps that it took her an hour to. I think it was either Roman that said it or one of the other contestants. I heard it on a recap over the last couple of days. At least 45 minutes to an hour. We can ask her to verify. From what I've seen, an hour swim.
It was fun.
And even if it wasn't an hour, she still had the furthest swim out of the final 4 regardless.
She did have the final. Yep. She did. And she was still able to keep her stuff dry, but at that point, you're so cold.
But again, you're swimming in 30-degree weather with chilling water. Like it's cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
And you got no clothes on, no way to warm yourself back up by the time you get out of this water.
I mean, yeah, she's got clothes, but it's not.
You're wet and cold. Cold and wet is not a good combination.
No. So seeing
hold on. OG, don't be telling these people a lie on this chat.
Wait, what's
about if we get 10,000 likes, he gonna run 4 miles. That's a lie. Don't be out here lying.
OG, I co-sign that.
Girl, stop it.
I co-sign. You ain't gotta run it, you gotta walk it. I co-sign that.
I'll walk 4 miles. I ain't gonna run 4 miles.
If you get, you talking about 10,000 hearts?
No, 10,000 likes on the live, and I'll go walk 4. I will walk 4 miles.
We've gotten 10,000 before. We gotta up the ante. We've gotten 10. We've gotten 20. So
you give me 10,000 likes out here, I'll go walk 4 miles. We at 690.
Okay, there we go.
I'll make that bet.
All right, he said 10,000.
I'm not running. I will walk.
So here we are. They've all reached their islands. The season finale opens with Polly. And the question was Polly going to stay the night?
The way she looked on that little curb.
Not the curb.
Like it was like the way that she sat there looking out to the sun. It was almost like, how bad do I want this?
Yeah, I feel like her countenance, like I feel like that swim took a lot out of her, and like I can't wait to talk to her, just kind of where her mind was at.
Right.
But I feel like Molly also knew that she was
that twin, whatever it is.
Twin telepathy.
Twin
telepathy.
Like you could tell between Molly and Polly the way that they were just looking at each other and not even directly looking at each other. Yeah. That twin power is real because Molly felt it. Like she felt it in her gut. Like my sister's feeling it.
She's done. Yeah. And so it was tough. But I'm super proud of Polly. So she decided not to stay the night and opted to be and asked to be extracted. I do think
it wasn't even like 5 minutes into the show.
Yeah, she was gone quick. Which then after she gets extracted, they come up with the thing and tell Roman and RJ,
you're the last two.
You're the last two standing.
If I would have been sitting there and that's what I heard, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I made it. Like I'm here. Like I've outlasted 10 other people and now I just got to outlast 9 other people and I just got to outlast one more human being.
One more person.
I just win $250,000.
Yep.
That is nuts. Hey, Ruth, thanks for coming in.
So at this point, you've got, I would say, the two most resilient, positive guys going head to head. Right? Going head to head.
2 of the youngest ones at that, too. I think they're both the youngest.
Are they?
Outside of Olsen. Never mind.
Well, I mean, Olsen.
He's had an asterisk. He didn't last 24
He was
hours.
a blip. He was a blip in the show. Poor Olsen.
Bless his heart.
I
He
mean,
tried.
yes, he was the youngest, but like I literally sometimes forget they were on the show because he left so quick.
Between him and Jessica Rae, it didn't count.
It counted. Jessica lasted a
Hey,
few
Nate,
days.
thanks for coming. She lasted what? 3 days, maybe?
She lasted a few days. She lasted more.
Yeah.
Olsen lasted one
She
night.
got way too much, way too early, and it went for nothing.
Yeah.
But we digress.
I digress. But it was very interesting, right? So now you've got RJ and you've got Roman. Roman is there, no water, right? Because he got the empty crate.
At this point, yeah, he got no water, no fire, no knife, no nothing to help him do anything.
Nothing. And then
He has to use whatever is in his island that he has available to himself.
Yep.
Which again, it's just trees, twigs, rocks, dirt,
Yep.
whatever you can get your hands on.
Whatever you can. RJ now has 2 canteens of water, a knife, and a match.
Correct.
Okay.
Hey,
So
Beauty, thanks for coming in. Blessings.
that's kind of where we are in this scenario, right? Yeah. What becomes really interesting, I feel like what becomes super duper interesting about all of this is so you have Roman who has nothing, and there were a couple times, right? So they're watching him and they're like, hey, he's like, I'm about to start drinking
the lake water.
I'm about to start drinking lake water.
That's it. We about to risk it for the biscuit.
And his mom is stressing, right? Because she doesn't want him to drink lake water. And Michaela's like, yeah, I mean, you drink lake water, there's
parasites
and all these other things in it.
You know, catching something.
I mean, season 1, your boy drank that lake water, and he was down bad.
He was throwing it up everywhere.
No, that's probably what they showed us. I wouldn't be surprised if it was coming from both ends. It was rough. And so she was worried about that. It's like, it's funny because, like I said, the water there looked nothing like the water season 1. Right. Season 1, they were just like, at least over here, like the water was blue.
You could actually see somewhat into the damn bottom.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was blue. Like it had
there was
remnants.
A chance.
Yeah, it had remnants. The water season 1 looked like my skin complexion. Like, it was. It may have been darker at that. That water was brown. Like, there was no way.
This is definitely due to water.
This is definitely due to water.
This is the water in season 1 is what the dating pool looks like in 2026.
Probably, yeah. I'm
thick and it's
this is how that water season 1 water looked like that. This is how season 1's water looks. This was season 1 water. Oh. So you come in. So Roman's like, "Yo, all right." So I'm nervous, right? Because like I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm about to drink this lake water. But keep in mind, I think Roman doesn't know. Lindsay, I don't know if Lindsay and him know, but like at this point, Summer has drank the lake water, as has Amy. They filtered it.
They were able to filter it, and they also had a canteen. He doesn't have a canteen.
He had to have had a canteen.
Remember when they got abandoned, they couldn't take anything in with them.
That's right.
So the difference between Amy and Summer is they had 1 or 2 canteens to help them filter out the water.
I forgot about that. You're right.
He has nothing. So he's going straight dog water.
He would have been straight raw dog
water.
And
he doesn't have a cup, a pan, nothing. So he's literally sticking his whole head in this lake and
he would have. Yeah. I forgot they'd have. So at this point, there's a couple things that we're looking at. Now, one of the biggest pieces of the pie.
Well, they had a challenge before he decided to drink the lake water.
He didn't, but he never drank it though.
Right, but it's just so the challenge was when Lindsay and Dallas used.
We're gonna get to that. We're good. Okay, yeah. So they know that there's gonna be one more supply drop because I mean at this point both guys are holding strong. And
right. There's 2. Technically, there's 2. There's one, and then one more halfway through. That would have been the last supply drop, because the first one where they used the
Yeah.
power card, and then the
Yeah.
second one was how they
The
figured out
letter.
the second one. I don't understand how their brains functioned in that way.
What, the letter and stuff?
The lock.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. I forgot about the lock. Yeah. Well, that the lock had it. So technically, it was like a 2-in-1, if you will.
Right.
So what ends up happening, right? So we're watching, and Dallas and Lindsay still have a power card, and they were like, "Hey, here's your opportunity. If you can make these things,
Your survivalists will get it.
Your survivalists will get it." At this point, Lindsay and Dallas play the power card, which is you stick a team in timeout
for 4 hours.
4 hours. And honestly, it was a great play.
And this challenge, you only had an hour.
Yep.
This specific challenge, you had an hour to do whatever
stations. Yep.
You had an hour to get them all done, or whichever ones you get done. So basically, them using this power card for them, High Savvy, basically put Michaela and Tanisha out of this challenge, because they were timeout for 4 hours. This challenge was only for 1 hour. So in all, they're SOL.
Yep. So they wouldn't have had an opportunity to get any of those things. Which is, I mean,
Kalani, he was talking about on my personal page, not on the lunch hour TikTok, so that don't count.
Hey, as half owner of Lunch Hour Podcast, both will count.
No, that is not.
So if you do 10K, whichever one does 10K. If Lunch Hour goes 10K,
they're well past 10K
on Lunch Hour.
They're at 10,000
on Lunch Hour.
On Lunch Hour TikTok.
Oh,
and it's still going up. Looks like your boy's going on a 4-mile walk. I've done it before. It's just going around the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, I don't have that problem. I still have a mile to do today, anyways.
Just make sure you don't eat your pizza this time.
I was eating pizza on the trail yesterday. Times that's
times is hard out here.
Yeah, I was short on time yesterday. I had to do what I needed to get my mile in.
2 birds with 1 stone.
And I needed to eat lunch. Problem solved. So
they go straight for the bow drill, because again, he needs to build fire.
He needs fire so he can boil water. He needs fire
to at least keep warm and find a way to boil water if he can, right?
Correct.
That's the essential.
Correct.
However, they spent this whole hour, and they would get close
on that bow drill.
But Dallas was being way too aggressive, and it just wouldn't get there to the point where he snapped it. And so then Lindsay would take over.
And I think one of the biggest things too, for those of you all who don't know what a bow drill is, to start fire, it's literally a string and
wrapped around a stick.
Stick. Yep, and like a bow, and then you have another one, and then you have basically a plank at the bottom.
Another piece of wood at the bottom, and it's curved in. It's got like a little curvature in the middle, and you got like dead grass or something to spark it.
Yep.
And a kindle, and you're just rubbing this stick on this little gap with this kindle, trying to start a small little charcoal, little flint, just to get it sparking.
Yep.
But it can take time, and if you're doing it too fast, or if you're not doing it at the right speed, you're going to be there forever.
Yep.
Or never get it to start at all.
Correct. And so I think one of the things, though, I want to say, Tanisha said they weren't as close maybe as we thought as we thought they were, but they didn't have it. Yeah, but they didn't have Kindle. Like, they didn't have any kindling.
No, they were just going straight wood to wood.
Yeah. Pause.
Porcupine. Pause.
Ah!
I hate it here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I needed a minute.
We are children.
You need to grow up.
You did it, not me.
You said it.
Yeah.
So, I do think that, like, typically you have that Kindle around the bow drill so that
it's usually right there in the divot.
Because like you had to did you have to learn to do that in the military?
No, but I'm like it's when you look at it and you do the research, you have the plank and you have the Kindle at the bottom of the stick that's rotating. so it can catch the friction. But there's like a slight little divot on the plank, or at least there should be,
Mm-hmm.
where it's causing the friction between the Kindle and the two pieces of wood.
Yep.
So where when you're rotating it and you're spinning it, it's giving you that traction to catch the Kindle and
Yep.
catch the fire. But if you're not doing it at the right speed or you're doing it too fast, you're wasting energy and you're
Yep.
not going to get the result that you want.
Yeah. So the bow drill, like it's and the bow drill is the hardest. It's by far one of the hardest ways to start fire, right?
Right.
And they used that card, they used the timeout card, and
It just didn't pan out.
it didn't pan out, and that was tough to watch, right?
And then you got Michaela and Tanisha out here peeking in the window, watching these people, just watching Lindsay and Dallas just, struggle.
Over there, Tanisha getting her hair done.
Getting her retwist while watching these people, watching Lindsay and Dallas just not get it done.
Yeah, and so it was, I mean, it was just, that was tough to watch.
Because you're sitting there for a whole hour and got no.
I mean, they got close. They got it hot. They got it.
They didn't get it where you
They
needed
just
to.
couldn't get it going.
So
And that was tough.
Roman got no fire.
Yep. Roman got no fire.
So he went another night with no supplies. And now this is his third day straight with no water.
No water. And at this point, for those of you all who know, even though, and I think even Michaela was saying it, even though he may not be feeling it, 3 days without water is rough, especially. And I know some people are like, I've done 3 days no water. Yeah, but you've been eating, right? This is
There's been substance that been getting put into your body.
We're day 20, what, 25? 23, yeah.
And he's had very minimal food.
Correct. Like, so
like he's had fish, he's had the stuff, but again, he's not feasting like you would if you were stateside and you were on this liquid diet, whatever you want to call it. Like
yeah. If
you're still eating,
yes,
or at least putting some type of calories on your body,
or before you do that, right?
You got something on your body, so it's not killing you all the way. Sorry, whatever.
So he doesn't get the fire. So the next thing is they have an opportunity to send their survivalist a letter. And then also Peaches.
There's Peaches, 2 or 3 emergency canteens, like waters, and a match.
Yep.
And that's it.
Waters, right?
I think it was like 3. I think it was 3 or 4.
Because like so I remember.
Well, the way that Michaela said.
Yep.
When they went in there, they had the chance to either deceive or not.
Yep.
And they chose not to, but Lindsay and Dallas did, and so the crate that RJ was going to get, if he was able to complete his challenge, would go with, I think, 4 emergency waters, the can of peaches, and the matches, versus Roman's was 1 emergency water, the can of peaches, and a match.
Yep.
And so that was the thing. And so which also included the letter that the headquarters would send in and this was going to be their final supply crate. And it was now at this point, who's going to last the longest?
Yep.
Now the caveat to this challenge was, not only did they pick what crate they wanted in a sense, and they wrote the letter, Michaela and Tanisha were smart about theirs, and they did research on how to help RJ to survive.
Correct.
With the surroundings that he has, with the moss, how to start a fire with a rock and his knife, and all these things. And they wrote it out. And then in the little bottom left corner, hey, we love you. You're doing a great job.
Yeah. Well, they put more in there than that.
Right. And then you got Lindsay and Dallas writing a love letter, telling him, hey, we're proud of you. Dallas, putting his emotions out there, letting him know that he's proud of his brother for making it this far, all this, which on any other day,
correct,
that letter would have been great.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it would have been, but he needed something more than that.
Seeing where you're at now, what RJ got would have been more helpful.
Correct. And I think once they started reading out
Hey Toro.
once they started reading out, like RJ started reading like, "Hey, do this." Lindsay was like, "We may have
Damn,
messed this.
we messed up.
We might have messed this up."
Because on the same side of that, you saw Roman talking to himself, talking about, I wonder how there's another way to start a
I
fire.
wish there was a
I
way that
wonder if
we
there was a way to
yeah,
build something. I wish there was a better way to protect this or secure this. And it's just like, as he's saying these things, RJ's reading out the ways to get these things done. And it's just like you see the different level of gameplay being played right now. And the caveat to this crate, the thing that made it the most interesting is they had to
yep.
create a 5-number combination in hoping that RJ or Roman would figure it out. And they only had 3 minutes
3 minutes was
to
wild.
figure out this code.
3 minutes
You
was
know,
wild.
so RJ, Michaela, and Tanisha, they put their address, the number to their address +4 at the end, right?
Yep.
And for Lindsay and Dallas, they picked, it was what, 6:15?
6:15 because he was
Something
always
that
saying because he
because
kept
of his
it's
grandpa, right?
6:15, it's 6:15. Yep.
And so we all thought it was going to be 00 6:15, and Dallas thought that made the
0,
most
0.
sense.
Yep.
But Lindsay decided to put 6:15 00.
Yep.
Go watch it, Toro. I promise you, it is worth rewatching. I promise you.
The 0061. And so he was like,
It's just
"Oh,
logically it makes sense
yeah." He was like,
because it's a small number.
Just said, no, you haven't missed anything yet. They'll probably be popping on here soon, so you're not going to want to miss it."
And so they have 3 minutes
Yep.
to open this crate and get this lock combination.
Yep.
And so the very first combination that Roman puts is
00615.
00615. And everybody in that bar was like, "Ha!"
Yeah. Like it was tough, and RJ was trying to figure it out.
RJ struggled the first time because he put a birthday or he put some random
he
numbers,
put some
and
other numbers.
Michaela was like, "No."
Yep. Yep.
And so he finally put the number for the street address, and he just had to figure out that last number. And first he put 8, and then he just started at 1.
Yep.
And just worked his way up. And then right after that, Roman figures his out. He literally turns it around to 6:15:00. So both of these boys get their crates open, and RJ got it within like seconds. If that's how, I don't know if that's how production made it seem.
It was seconds. It felt like seconds.
But it was literally like 2-3 seconds left before he put that 4 on there and opened up the crate.
Oh, that was so strange.
And the pressure.
Because he tried each number. He said
he
was
went
like,
1, 2, 3.
I was like,
And as soon as he switched it to that 4, everybody in that bar was like, "Ha, ha, ha."
That was.
It was stressful. It was hella stressful.
Yes, it was.
And so they got all their stuff, and they got the letters, they got their peaches, they got their emergency water. And so now RJ has his 2 canteens, but he's already drank one. So he has 1 canteen left, 4 emergency waters, a can of peaches, a knife, and now he has 2 matches. So he's already ahead by miles. And then he has this letter with this wonderful information on how to survive the wilderness from his mom and his aunt.
Yep.
And Roman has 1 emergency water, 1 can of peaches, and a match.
Yep.
So immediately RJ goes to get his moss to just safely secure his tent.
He was like more. He was following the directions to a T.
To a T. Ate his peaches.
Yep.
He then cut a slit in the top of his peaches, put it in the fish bank so he could try to catch some fishes. Yeah. And then he just started. He got the logs. She said, "Get some logs."
So you just plural. There's no such thing as fish.
Get a fish. He got his logs so he can sleep better at night. So like he was literally
following the directions.
And Roman out here just like, I wish I could figure out how to start a fire. I wish I could figure out how to do this, because again, he only has 1 match.
And so he was like, okay, I'm gonna eat these peaches. And RJ crushed him. Like he crushed them peaches quickly.
I might have some of those things memorized, Toro.
What?
Some of those details that RJ. Listen,
Oh,
when you watch this show, you start to soak in some of this information.
yeah, the details. And so like it was so interesting because like you come in, right? Also for those of you guys who are just now joining, sit tight. We will
We got
have
people coming soon.
season 2 winner RJ joining us as well as Roman and
And our
Polly.
two
So
runner-ups.
have your questions ready, which is why we're giving this recap. So if you have questions about their experience
Get them
on
ready.
Extracted, make sure you have them because we want to make sure we've talked to them quite a bit already, and so we want to make sure your questions get answered. So get them ready and locked and loaded.
Roman was mentally struggling after that night.
Yeah, so he ate those peaches. He was like, "Yeah, them was,"
And he was trying to wait. He was trying to
Yeah.
hold off on it.
Yeah, he was, but he was. I know
And
he was hungry.
he was hungry, and then the way that he swallowed that water.
Oh, he said, I'm just gonna take a sip of water.
That was the longest sip I ever, because when
He said,
this is what
because he
it-
said,
this is what it sounded like, y'all. Like at least what, like 5 or 6 gulps.
Oh, yeah,
Production didn't have to do him like that.
yo,
They
they
had
turned that
to do it
mic
like-
up. They
I
turned
think it was
that
on
mic.
10.
They turned that mic up on post
Like
production.
they did not have to do him that way.
So, like, I think it's just very interesting, like, in terms of what that could look like,
Right.
right? So, like, at this
We're
point,
glitching on your side, Kalani? I don't see that we're glitching.
no, I don't
We're not
think we-
glitching. I think that
Um,
just might be your phone, Shody.
So you've got the scenario. So just so you guys know, that was Roman's only water. So at this point, RJ, keep in mind, RJ still has, I think he said by the time we saw that, he may have had like one canteen left at the time. Plus he had, was it 3 or 4 emergency waters?
Who?
RJ.
RJ? Yeah, he had like 3 or 4 left plus his canteen. He ate his peaches already, but again, you still got your knife, you still got your
Yep.
match. Like
Yep.
and he certified, he reinforced his shelter.
Yep.
Like he listened to everything his mama and his auntie said, and he followed it to a T.
Correct.
And again, you got to understand, if you've watched it this far, RJ is in his element at this point.
Yep. Oh, by
Like
the way,
he
hey,
likes
Mom,
being outside. You know what I'm saying?
he's an outdoor. He's literally an outdoorsman.
Okay, so Michaela said he had 1 canteen and 4 emergency waters by the time
Okay.
everything.
Oh, she's on
happened.
your TikTok?
So, yeah, she's on the lunch hour TikTok.
Okay, bet.
So he was set up. He was set up for success.
Yeah, I mean, so at this point, because the goal is who's going to outlast, and so that conversation now, right? It's a different conversation. Lindsay and Dallas now know how much RJ has left and what Roman doesn't have.
And it's night and day.
RJ has a lot more life left in him. I just think in general, from the instructions, like even all the way down to like, hey, strike your knife against a stone
Like,
to try to get a
that
spark.
is a clutch thing
Yo,
to have.
Like, yeah. And so like having kind of, he knows he's got the leg up. And so it's just a matter of,
He's waiting it out at this point.
yeah. I mean, at this point, yeah, like, cause he's
He
got
said
water.
previously that food wasn't his top priority.
Food wasn't his thing. Like he could go
Like
without
he
food.
could go without for a few days and he'll be all right as long as I got warmth and I got a way to drink some water.
Yep.
He gonna make it. And again, you already got 4 emergency waters, a canteen, and so if you got a canteen where you can boil this water or use your peaches can to boil water, and you can start a fire with the knife and the rocks, like you're set up for success at this point.
After Roman drank that water, that baby, but it looked like it was a pouch. Could you even save it?
No, I'm saying, but again, he had a canteen though, not the emergency water was a pouch, but he had the 2 canteens.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm not RJ. I'm talking about Roman. Like once.
No, you
like
couldn't use that thing, but you could use the peach can though. You could, if he could have started a fire, he could have boiled water in the can of peaches.
But I was saying, like once he popped, he said he was only when he ripped the emergency water over.
Listen, I don't know. You could have just lightly folded it or something and put it somewhere.
Like that's what I'm curious. Like,
but the way that
like,
he drank that thing though,
he drank that thing like Mikey be drinking his yogurt pouches.
Just like, and it's like it was gone.
Oh yeah. And he was like, "Why did I do that?" Um,
Oh, we didn't catch this part. She said we also told him. Michaela said we also told him to take his compass apart because there are magnifying glass inside.
oh
So that would have been another way to start a fire.
yeah. Yo. Yo, they gave all when I tell you they gave the good instructions, they
Listen,
gave
Michaela was in them books writing. You
listen, they
know what I'm
were.
saying?
And
They was in
it was
them
so funny
books.
too, because even Lindsay looked over, she's like, "What they over there doing with these books?" And they were studying what to potentially be able to
Yeah,
do to kind of to get it, to figure out what to do to get things going. And so like that was his next task he was working on. And so like it was this finale, I will tell you, like, it
it
was
was
good to
tough.
kind of watch how it played off. I will say, like, it ended like I won't say like some people were expecting like a foot race. Um,
It was not that.
it was not that. And I do think that there's a level of I love how this season, how involved HQ was in really kind of helping bring things along. HQ ultimately um helped survivalists either win or lose the game.
Right.
And I think we saw that both ways.
And they were
Luke,
like very, very hands on. Like it was
Luke,
very pertinent,
Luke's brothers cost them the
heavy,
game without a
because they were
question.
too aggressive out the gate.
Without a question. I think Luke had more in him, but their gameplay cost him the game.
Again, you're on Dead Man's Island with nothing.
Yeah, you're not. There's not a supply that's going to help you.
There's not enough. There's not enough. Nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing. Nothing at all. And
You
so
got a tree.
yeah, so you've got that piece, right? But then you also see the other side where you've got Michaela and Tanisha, who every single step of the way, they're calculated. They know when or what to do, how to fight for your survivalist. And I think all of those pieces of the puzzle can come into play. And like at the very
Right.
end, Luke's brothers, Daniel and David, cost Luke the game.
Correct.
And RJ did a lot of that work being able to survive out there as long as he did. But also Tanisha and Michaela were pivotal
Oh, clutch.
in
Super
RJ
clutch.
winning. And like you talk about
especially those last 2 weeks, super clutch.
listen,
From the
I'm
power
talking
card.
I know he's
to
I know he's a Kobe fan, right? So I know RJ's a Kobe fan. That is a Kobe, like that's a
Listen.
Kobe moment.
That's a different type of mentality right there.
That's Mamba. That's like that their entire last week of play was here. And I think it also, I think that's too, like you major in the major. I talk about this in all different types. I believe this in life in general. You
Right.
major in the major things. And I feel like they majored in the major things. And I think so much time and energy when I think about even like the Olsons and a couple of other people and how they played the game, they majored in the minor things.
They were trying to do like these little pieces here and there. They were Luke's team, Luke's brothers, basically, David and Dan were playing like this Chinese checkers, like because they weren't like playing full on checkers, but they weren't playing chess, and
Correct.
they slipped. And
Oh, they didn't slip.
the way
That's
that
a
Michaela
nice
and
way to
Lindsay
put
were
it.
playing for their boys, they were doing it the right way. But even though they had to sabotage here and there, they weren't doing it in a malicious way.
They played
And
the game.
again, they're playing the game the right way, in a way that still put their sons ahead.
There's a difference, like I
And
said.
it just panned out better for them.
Like I said, there's a difference between playing the game and then winning at all costs. And I'm just a firm believer in that, right? Like
I pay attention to the chat, Toro, Kaz.
Oh.
Kaz is over here trying to be a troll, and you can't troll a troll. Okay.
No, listen. So, I also thought it was super duper dope that they brought Tanisha and Michaela to him. I thought that was
he's popping up. He's like, yo, that's my
he
mom.
said, I hear a boat. That's what he said. I heard a boat. I hear some boats. Like, why am I
That is
hearing
one that has to be the absolute best way to find out that you won.
Yo. And then they dropped that. Did they drop that Skrilla? You know what I'm saying?
They dropped that box and they opened that crate. $250,000.
Yeah, it's just
Let me touch that right quick. like,
You wouldn't be able to tell me nothing. Like she said, oh, Michaela said best moment. Like it's one of those things that I think it's one of those things that I think about over and over again as it pertains to just my years of watching gameplay.
Sorry, OG
What
is talking.
is your TikTok over there? TikTok.
He over here talking about we got a goal for 10,000 likes, and bruh said he gonna go on a 4-mile brisk walk, and he gonna get a job. He said, "I ain't getting no damn job."
Yo, TikTok. Why is your TikTok so ghetto? I'm on lunch hour. Sorry, y'all. I'm not calling y'all ghetto. I'm just calling Paul ghetto.
I would say what I wanted to say, but I like your mom and dad. So
yeah, and my mom's watching right now.
And your dad kind of adopted me, so technically I'm your brother. So I can't talk about my mama like that.
Shut up. I told you I don't share my dad.
Listen, I don't care what you said.
I'm telling you now. Like next time we take a road trip, I will get you.
I hear you. That sounds good out loud.
Yo, so overall, it was great season finale. I will say once again, this is probably the most fun I've had watching a show in a while.
You hit this one out the park.
Thank you.
You hit this one out the park. This was probably one of the best shows that we've watched. I'm just glad that Carice didn't recommend any more shows, and we were on a break from her recommendations for a while. I love you, Carice. But
wait, my dad's on the chat too, so both of my parents are in here.
Hey, Dad. Hi, Mom.
Shut up. Stop. I keep telling you. You keep playing with me.
Listen, don't talk to our parents like that, okay?
This is a sure shot way to get shanked the next time I see you. And I'll probably see you at church. It's nothing like a good old shaking.
Listen, that's not holy. That's not of the Lord.
Is it? I mean, well, Peter cut off the ear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's that part.
Yeah, I'm saying. So
right. Leave my ears alone.
That's probably the only thing that's working.
No, they suck too.
Oh Jesus! I can't. No,
I ain't got no daddy. I ain't got no ligaments. I ain't got no back. Did I say I ain't got no daddy?
Oh my God, I cannot. No, back to the show. No, this was great. This was fun. And like I said, being able to be at the watch party was probably one of the biggest highlights I've had in the last year. Like
super legit. Super
much fun. Legit. Everybody was amazing. RJ's family was so awesome. Yeah. It was fun. Like that's definitely I locked that in as a core memory for sure.
Listen, for 2 days I've just been, what just happened?
I know, right?
It was a surreal moment.
No, but we
got a special thing going on today.
Yeah, we do. Are we gonna
So I got a special way we're gonna do this today. So starting off, we're gonna bring on two of the two runner-ups, and talk to them and see how they feel. And then once the winner decides to give us his presents, we'll bring him on. You know?
Already RJ
already acting like a diva.
Already acting like a diva, RJ. Right, you already
get a little bit of money, you don't know how to act. So the first person we're gonna bring on Polly, and we're gonna bring on Roman, get their experience on these last couple of weeks and see where their heads at, since they've been off the show and everything's happened. So without further ado, we're gonna bring you Polly and Roman.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, you wonderful little humans?
Yeah.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Before we start, congratulations, Polly, on Michigan winning the national championship.
Yes.
I was like, I'm guessing you're a fan, huh?
Go Blue.
Yeah, I graduated there.
Oh. Yeah. She got her whole math situation back there.
That's how she survived for so daggone long.
That's like, what I'm saying. She said, you better learn your math so you can build these shelters.
That's right.
Now listen, before we even go into talking about you guys' trip to the island, I do want to say we finally got a sneak peek, Polly, of your setup. Ma'am, you had a whole condo situation happening. Like when you were like, "Oh, I gotta pack up." I'm like, "Does she have a porch over there?" Like it looked like she had like a little porch situation. She had a drying rack. Like I was like, "Yo, please tell us. This is like MTV Cribs. What all did you have?"
And she was sweeping.
Yes. I made myself. So I had a shelter, and inside my shelter, I had a shelf. So I was sleeping between the ground and my. I had like a roof above me, so it was about 2 feet maybe between, so that would trap my body heat. And then I had a shelf above that where I could store things, like I stored my worms and I stored my knife and my fishing. Oh yeah. And then outside, I made myself a drying rack. And then I also made myself because of that torrential rains that we had, I built myself like a little wood garage to keep my firewood
Not a
dry.
wood garage.
Yeah, a wood garage. Yeah, what do you call it? Yeah.
I don't know what to call it because I've never seen it.
I don't even know. Something to keep my wood dry so that when I needed a fire, because after those rains, it was really hard to start a fire because everything was wet and it didn't dry out very well. The sun never reached the bottom of the ground. So I did that. Yeah. I swept a lot. I would get like, because it was fall, and so these leaves would just keep coming into the area. So I got branches that were like brooms, and I swept my area. It was, you don't want your guests to come over and think that you're a huge slob. You want to have the place presentable. So,
well, at least, hey, she got home training.
Listen,
there you go.
Yo, when they got ready to send y'all to this island, I was like, and they were like, "Oh, Polly's like, I gotta pack up my stuff," and I'm like, "Yo, like, what is all
the baskets that I was weaving? I had those hung on my shelter.
I saw those. I saw those on your TikTok. Those were legit baskets.
Accessorizing, yes, you got to accessorize, make the place look cute.
She had the best setup. She had a home. Compared to everybody had a shelter.
I had a home, yes. So my resale value is way higher than everybody else.
Property values.
There's a squirrel out there in that wood living it up right now.
Now I do wanna talk about because trust me, we're gonna get to the island situation.
Okay.
But I do want to talk about a couple things leading into this. Roman, that spoon, baby. You made that little spoon.
Roman, what did you do?
Talking about all this incredible stuff that she made, and all I made was a spoon.
My question: what do you need a spoon for?
Sweeping.
Maybe we should have started with Roman first, and then talk to Polly.
This is so underwhelming now. Yeah, I'm gonna spoon.
So let's talk about your spoon, Roman. So Roman, you were making a spoon in anticipation of the reward that never technically came from the deception, right?
Yeah.
So that was supposed to be what the spoon was for. It looked good. I mean, it looked like a working spoon.
It was supposed to be a lot bigger. I started carving it, and then I don't have any skills with carving anything. So the more fine details that I tried to make it, the more I realized that this was just going to keep getting smaller and smaller. So I ended up with a little baby spoon. Wait, I have it. Let me go grab it real quick.
While he grabs it, I'm going to bring up our winner from season 2, Mr. RJ Reynolds.
What's up, RJ?
What's up? Howdy, everybody.
Yo, we got. Oh, look at that. That's a teaspoon.
Look at that little baby spoon.
Brother.
Oh!
Hey, when my mom was holding it, it looked a lot bigger.
It did. I saw that.
That looks like a little measuring spoon.
Right.
Oh, it is. That's not even a teaspoon. I don't know
that
what
looks
this
like
is.
You know how you have the little toddler spoons when they first start gripping and
exactly
learning?
what that
It
is.
looks exactly like a toddler spoon. That looks like my first spoon. So one of our viewers already said that deception. I was ready to fight someone. It's like, listen, people had strong feelings about the deception, for sure.
I just want to let you know, lunch hour, Roman, was ready to catch a red-eye flight to Canada
Listen,
on your behalf.
was about to be smoking the city. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
what we're not going to do.
I'll be deceiving my nephew
Yeah.
like that. Listen, I feel like it wouldn't have been as bad if you hadn't made the spoon, but like you had prepared your heart, you know, for the receiving.
That's what got my mom. That's what really got my mom is like I that's all I talked about for the next like 13 hours was, okay, I'm about to get a reward. Like this is gonna be cool. I finally get something. It was the first and only time I really got my hopes up for anything to happen out there. And
Jeez.
it just poured away from me. But to me, it was somebody was
Talk about it
targeting
no
us
more.
because we were strong. So
It's just going to get me more upset.
So I want to kind of talk about. By the way, for our viewers on TikTok, on Lunch Hour TikTok, PR's TikTok, YouTube, all the places, my page. If you have questions, now is your time to ask. We've talked to all these amazing individuals before, so we've gotten a lot of questions. We're going to definitely get into the last episode. But make sure you guys have your questions. Roman, one of our listeners, did say it looks like the spoons you get with the ice cream cups.
yep, I'm gonna start using it for that. I think I knew ice cream. You get one of those little containers. Yep.
Yeah, you get the little.
Oh, with the little wooden spoon.
That's what it was. I liked it. I'll take it. So at this point, you guys are final three. I can't tell you how excited I was to see you three. If I had to go in to see who kind of came in as a final three, I was absolutely ecstatic about it. Now, they then tell you all that you have to abandon your camps and all the things in it. And so I want to know what because we'll kind of I'll make sure like I'll point which one you guys get to answer first. But because like the only thing you could take was basically your clothes, right? Like what you came with. So there's no canteens, there's none of the things that you've now gotten accustomed to. So I'm actually going to go in reverse order of what I see because I know Polly had them set up. So we're going to build the Polly this time. I got you, Roman. So Roman, I want to start with you. So how are you feeling when you saw your map and then you realized that you had to abandon all your stuff to go to this island?
So when I first heard that we were getting banished, I was like, that was my first time like completely going into shock there. I was like, oh, we have to reset after 3 weeks of establishing like this is my home. And then they announced that we can't bring anything. And I got really mad because I have notes there. I've carved the spoon. I have so much that I've built up and I've been cutting firewood for days and days that's just sitting in my shelter. And I'm like, I have to leave all this now. And then I open the crate and the crate also lets me know that I'm going to the island with nothing with me. And that's why when I kind of like hit one of these, like I really want to freak out, but I'm on camera right now, so I gotta really. And then on the way there, I ran into Luke, and I talked to him, and he told me he was going there with nothing as well. So it kind of gave me a little bit of hope, like, okay, I'm not the only one. And so that was kind of like my initial reaction to all of it.
And like thoughts on swimming?
Though that one really wasn't that bad because that was more like that wasn't a challenge. That was more just figure it out and get there. Okay. And so what they don't show is there's a guy standing there before I'm about to leave, and he has to go through every single one of our clothing items to make sure we don't take anything with us. Like you can't cheat. Type of thing.
Oh, they was making sure y'all kept it 100.
He's taking out all my fire starting method, like all my kindling. He's taking out everything. And I can't remember what I had. I think I put the notes in one of my pockets to one of my coats, and he grabs them and he goes over his mic.
Oh, you couldn't even take your notes with you?
No. I tried to take them, and I was like, "You're gonna take my notes?" And he was like, "Can he have his notes?" He's like, "Sorry, I got to take these." That was the only thing he did for me. Oh, taking everything out, and so I get my stuff back, and as he's doing this, I'm like, "I'm gonna make a raft. I can't get my clothes wet." So that's when you
will say this: you redeemed yourself on this raft from the first one.
As long as I'm not competing against anybody, I'll do pretty well. So
this raft did way better than the first one.
Yeah, ripped out a few trees. All my stuff stayed dry, and so that was really my process of getting to my island.
I love it. RJ, what about you? I mean, your small leap for man.
I'm like, he didn't get wet.
He
So
stepped over. I was
that
like,
day, we obviously figured out we were gonna get banished, and I started like, a little panic set in, like, okay, here we are, we're at banishment. This is getting real. We're towards the end. I don't know how many people are left. I'm just like, okay, I have to leave everything and start all over. I was like, hopefully this time we'll do a lot better than what we did last time because I don't have anything here really, right? I was a little bit bummed about losing my blanket. I just gotten it for like 3 days, but
Right.
it is what it is. But then I looked at the map and I saw that my island was fairly close. Because they said something about like having to swim. I was like, okay, my island's fairly close. I'll see whenever I get there if I can walk or make the swim as short as possible. And I just remember, like Roman said, the guy standing there is like going through your stuff. And I'm like sitting at the edge of the water, seeing where I have to go. He's like, yeah, you got to go that way. And I like looked and like peeked out around and saw the bay. And I said, do I have to swim? And he was like, yes. And then he was like, give me a second. And he went, talked to production like Roman had. And he was like, correction, you may swim. And then I just smile on my face. Deuces, I'm stepping over.
You're not gonna catch me slipping out here.
Yeah, that was, me in water, the raft challenge, the swim
bless your
challenge.
heart.
Did not
Yes.
go well. So
Listen, it
why
wasn't your
make
strongest
myself go in the
challenge.
water?
It wasn't your brightest moment on the show. Let's just the
Respectfully, Mom. Respectfully.
Respectfully. It was.
Still agree with you guys.
It was rough. So now, Polly, you got MTV Cribs over here. You got a mansion. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah.
you got the whole setup. Like, you got to leave a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're getting uprooted, basically. Literally.
Yeah, and it was hard for all of us because, like, the guys said you had nothing when you were out there. You had nothing, so that became kind of your security, and your what you poured your heart into. And so at night, and it when you were alone, it was your place. And now that was getting taken away from you. And so same thing for me. What was frustrating was somebody came and I had to walk. I bet I walked 2 miles around to where I had to take off from swimming.
Jeez.
And when I was watching it play back, I think Luke actually walked through my camp because it looked like he was at my shoreline when he swam to Dead Man's Island, because Dead Man's Island was right off my shoreline. I was looking at it the whole time I was out there. And so he probably had, I don't know, 30 yards swim, and a lot of it was wading and stuff like that. Desolation Island was probably another half a mile past Dead Man's. So if I had been able to come from my shoreline and swim to Dead Man's, to Desolation, I would have had about a half a mile swim. But instead they made me walk 2 miles around, I don't know why, to this other launch point, and then said from there I had to get to Desolation Island, and then it was about a mile swim. And
how long did it take you?
I was in the water for an hour, and the water was about between 45 and 48 degrees. Yeah.
Wow.
RJ, I know you were thanking the gods.
Basically one of the hardest things I'd ever done. And I was already very, we all were. We were all hungry and dehydrated and, malnourished and weak and tired and stuff. So that was nuts. That was a little bit rough. And then when I got to Desolation, the wind was howling. You guys know that. You got to your islands, and
you can see it.
Windy. The waters were really choppy. It was hard because, you're 3 weeks in, and now you left everything.
Yeah. And
get abandoned to the situation. What was a little bit, and none of us really had great supplies or anything. You're like, oh crap, now what? So yeah, definitely you had to redo a mind reset, I guess. So. Yeah.
So I just want to say, Kalani, we saw your question. I'll get to your question, but one of the questions was that I did want to ask from YouTube. They said, did any of you feel like your sanity was starting to slip, particularly when you were banished to your respective islands?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they captured it pretty well on TV for me. I've talking about, like, obviously I'm into it, nature, I love it, but you can see, like, I'm talking to birds, I'm just talking about, like, where my soul is, like, being at war with nature, and now I'm like living with it. Like, I'm genuinely just slowly removing myself from like that city and hustle bustle life to just being a hippie and a nomad. So
Yeah.
you watch that whole transformation happen.
Yeah.
Not a hippie.
What about you, Polly?
Yeah, for sure. Because as time went on, just like RJ was saying, I mean, you had no cell phones, you had no contact with humans, you had all of your normal things of society are gone, including like electricity and indoor plumbing and heat, and so you become kind of a savage. You sort of become like a primitive, just one with
Yeah.
nature. I was eating maple leaves, and you just become a little just raw, kind of a raw version of yourself. So yeah, I'd say I was losing my mind. Let's go ahead and say.
What about
There's
you,
no
Roman?
going back.
Yeah, I was losing my mind out there. I mean, especially being like 21, degenerate, always on my phone and stuff. So I think within a week, I kind of realized I was like, I'm a completely different person out here, and always singing, always dancing, always talking to myself. Like the self-reflection that you do and just asking your own questions and answering your own questions. Like,
Can I just say, my camp was near RJ's camp, and I heard him all the time. He was always singing. He was always yelling. He was just loud, which I love because it gave me a little bit of like, oh, there's a human over there. So yeah, RJ.
Aw.
yeah, I think I may have already told you guys this. So yeah, I was right by Polly, and then the other side of me was Jessica. And on the first challenge, all three of us ran into each other, and the moment I talked to them, they're like, I know your voice. You're the one who's always screaming and singing. I can hear you all day. And I'm like, I didn't know you guys were that close to me. Sorry. Yeah, that's what I've heard from everybody who was there. They're like, Roman, you were so loud and screaming the entire time. And I don't even remember it. So that's how I know I was going crazy, because I'm like, was I really screaming that much?
Yeah.
I
But,
think somebody said that the day like when you got the bear, how loud you were, like when you got the bear skin.
Yes.
Summer heard me. And Summer's on the other side.
Yeah, she remember. She was like, I heard him all the way across across the way. So actually, Michaela said, Polly, you're a real life superwoman. And I think Roman, she just called you a human radio.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right. That's tracking. That tracks.
I love it. So I want to talk with Polly first.
Kalani got a question.
Oh, what made y'all go on the show?
Yeah. Or you want to hold off on that one?
Actually, we can answer it before we get to the last set of questions. So I know I've asked you these. We have new listeners popping in. So real quick, each one of you all, what made you go on the show? We'll start with RJ.
So the application process was all my mom. It was kind of just like yeah, Mom, you're crazy. I bet you won't do that. And she said, try me. And here we are. In terms of
messed around and found out.
Yeah, pretty much. And then in terms of actually going on the show, I think I've always been in touch with nature and like outdoorsy, and I'm kind of like the survivor man of our family. So I was like, I really want to be able to test my skills in an environment that is somewhat safe, somewhat where I know that there are people watching and I won't necessarily die, but
yeah,
I get injured. So
love it. What about you, Roman?
Kind of same thing. My mom is the one that signed up, but she's the one who wanted to be the survivalist. And then about 3 weeks before, they called and they were like, Roman, if something happened to your mom, like, would you potentially want to go out there? And I was like, sure, if it makes or breaks us going on the show, but she's the one that applied. And then they called back about an hour later and said, hey, production's leaning towards you going out there. So plan on you going out there. And I like kind of freaked out, but I was like, okay, I got 3 weeks to prepare. And it was the most stressful 3 weeks of my life, but
I can only imagine.
What about you, Polly?
I'm a really adventurous person. I live on the edge. I've climbed mountains all over the world. I got my pilot's license. I just like to do tough, adventurous things. And like I said before, in 2022, I was diagnosed with stage 3 uterine cancer, told I had 2 to 3 months to live. So went through that whole journey from about 2022 to 25. And I just wanted to prove to myself that I was back to being able to do difficult, hard, adventurous, tough things. So I applied just to prove to myself that I kind of that cancer hadn't taken that element of my personality away from me.
Yeah, I think you got that. I think
you proved a lot of people wrong.
You over shit like that. I mean, most people
here was the pedestal.
you know?
And then here's you.
Yeah, like, I want to see if I still got it. I may go to hike a little mountain, go to Mount Bonnell, here in Austin, a couple stairs. But you were like, I'm gonna go on a survivalist show. So I
That's
feel
That's
like
kind of
can
what
make
I do. Poor mom. Yeah.
yeah, you punched the card. Let's just say you
I did.
definitely
Punched
punched
the
the
card.
card.
Yep. Punch the card.
Probably at least 10 times. Like you can now redeem an ice cream. Like
I can say that she did enough for you and I don't have to do it.
yeah. Our
I think
job.
There you
that's
go.
safe
I
to
got
say.
you covered. Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
lifetime.
You're good.
Yeah, lifetime fans, like all the way through.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, thank you.
so I want to start with Polly first, because we're gonna kind of turn towards like how the finale played out. So you've now taken this mile swim, right? So you've hiked 2 miles, and now you've taken a mile swim to your island.
In 48-degree weather.
Yeah, in 48-degree weather, which is crazy, right? You don't have the most sparse island because we knew Luke had the tree, right? Like, actually, Paul says
He had a mound of
Lorax.
dirt. He looked like Lorax. He had a mound of dirt and a tree.
Yeah, so we knew, but you didn't. You had enough, but probably wasn't a lot. And so, just as a viewer, kind of watching, I'm going to give kind of my POV, and I just want you to kind of, maybe share a little bit more. As somebody who's trained in swimming, I know what swimming does to you. So to swim a mile at this point in the game had to have been completely and utterly depleting and exhausting. And then you add in the element of cold, right? So you have all of these things kind of stacking, and I don't want to say that's kind of the first time we saw a chink in the armor, but I will say it's kind of the first time we kind of started to see, like, is she hitting her limit? That was probably, there were a couple of times where I knew you were upset, but I was like, this was probably the first time I was like, oh man, she's going to potentially tap out, right? Because we've been watching the whole time, and I'd be like, she'll bounce back, right? Like that's kind of been but you couldn't get warm. And I think, and now you're at this place, it's cold, you're in the middle, you're on an island.
The way you sat right there on the edge and just looking out, you could just see it in your eyes. You're just like, do I want to keep going?
Yeah. So talk us through what was happening, what was going on in your head, and then kind of what ultimately led to the decision to be like, all right, I'm not staying the night here. I'm gonna dip.
I'm going home.
Yeah. So, like I said, I've got this mile swim. The water's 48 degrees. I'm already weak. All of us were weak and, depleted. I get to the island and it was very sparse, and it was already very windy. Full disclosure, I got to the island, and what I had done is I took all of my clothes and shoved them down inside my rain pants, and I had tied the ankles of my rain pants really tight, and then I shoved all the clothes down inside my rain pants, and then I tied the waist of my rain pants, and then I tied that around into my rain coat, and I shoved that all in my canvas bag, and I put that on my back, and then I swam. I was in the water for an hour, and I got to my island. My island was very desolate. There was a couple trees, but there wasn't the shrubs and stuff. There was nothing to cut. There was no big sticks to cut like what Roman had in his shelter. They never really showed yours, RJ. I'm not for sure. Did you? I didn't know what your shelter was if you had one, but they didn't have any like logs or anything for me to. I couldn't have built a shelter there, so I'm very hypothermic. As a matter of fact, it was hours later after the extraction, I was at the medic tent and they took my body temperature and it was 84 degrees. So I probably would have been extracted because I was going into hypothermic shock at that point.
Wow.
And I kind of knew it. I kind of could just feel my body shutting down. I couldn't move my hands. I couldn't talk. That's why I just sat there in the sun. But what I should have done in retrospect is, except I was so exposed and absolutely everybody could see me from where I was, I should have taken all my clothes up. But like what I was swimming in was wet. And when I got to my island, I had a hard time untying those knots in my clothes to get to my dry clothes. But I should have taken off my bathing suit, stripped down naked, and then put my dry clothes on. But like an idiot, and so I just put my warm clothes on over top of my already wet clothes. Was dumb because my dry clothes just kind of got wetter. that was not the way to go. So I was sitting there in hypothermic situation, and then I saw I passed RJ when I was swimming. Like RJ's watching me swim out there, so I knew where he was.
True story.
I kind of
That's got to be bad.
Oh,
Luke was. I mean, I did know where Luke was. I could see him, and then Roman's
everybody
island.
can see him.
Everybody can see Luke.
So, Roman, your island was that same island that I saw you when you went out to the beacon, and then you went back to that island that was kind of near your camp, right? Isn't that where your island was? Yeah. So I knew where both of those guys were, and I knew their islands. And I'm like, okay, they are so much better set up than I am, that if it comes to just a sufferfest at this point, I don't have a chance. Basically, I felt like I got hamstringed. I'm like, well, I guess I'm out of the game, because from seeing the setup, the islands they had, and then I had no way to build a fire. The wind was blowing. It was getting down to about 27 degrees at night. So at that point, I thought, you know what? Here's the deal. I came here to prove to myself that I could still do these kinds of things, and I've done it. I made it to the final three. Yes. I did the swim. I did these hard things. I have proved to myself that what I accomplished what I wanted to do. So at this stage of the game, it's just a sufferfest. My body is shutting down because it's so hypothermic. I knew I needed medical help. So I'm just like, you know what? My goal was to inspire my students and inspire my grandchildren to do hard things, to be tenacious, to take risks, to be adventurous, to not give up when things are difficult, all those things. And I felt like depending on how the show edited that, I feel like I had accomplished that. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to bow out and give it to those two guys. Let them.
I will tell you, as a viewer, you absolutely did that, and then some. I think a lot of people were inspired by your story, by your resilience. And I think it's kind of funny because we were even talking about another show we were reviewing called Company Retreat, and there was a lady on there, and she talked about like, hey, you know, when you get a certain age, especially as women, you kind of sometimes feel like you've been put to the side.
Put out to pasture, right?
Yeah, and so I think just even that, right? Like doing that at 59, you know, post beating cancer, like all of that. I think it's just, you just show that there's so much more to life, right? And we still have so much in the tank. And so I will tell you, as a fan watching, I think not only did you do that for your students and your kids and your grandkids, but I think you did it for lots and lots and lots of women. So I just want to.
Then I accomplished my job, and I'm happy with the way I finished. Yeah, that's exactly. That's all.
Everything that you've had thrown your way your whole life, and to say, and I mean this, and not to be weird, like for being 59 and going through the health scares that you went through, and to say that you made it to the top three. Like, there's no way anybody can say you lost. Like, you won.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
The steak probably would have took me out. I'm just putting it out there. Like,
listen, out of it.
I'm just telling you now. If I had lasted that long, that steak would have been my first and last meal, because I would have been like,
they would have been plotting on me to get put out.
Number one, that's my villain origin story. Number two, I'm probably just gonna go home at that point, because like
they kind of made it seem like it was Polly's origin.
Yeah, right.
They did, right?
Big piece.
She took
Polly took 2 pieces, and it was the end.
That was not edited correctly either, but whatever. I'll be the steak villain if they want me to be. That's fine.
Listen, I stand by what you did. Okay, I stand by what you did.
If anybody's a steak villain, it's Doug, because that squirrel got the rest of it. That's
right.
Doug is the okay, so Roman, you've now swam out, right? So you have no water. Your crate is empty. And what is going through your mind as you kind of start to get through this first night on this island?
Well, I was hoping that there was going to be a bunch more challenges. So when I first got there, I was like, okay, I can use energy to make a shelter. Like, this is the one thing that I know to do. Like, when I first get out here, build a shelter. So I was like, I've got about 2.5, 3 hours before it gets dark. I need my sort of security blanket, and since I don't have an actual blanket, I'm just going to build a shelter. I got to do something to keep me going, to make sure that I know that I'm okay. So I started making a shelter. I knew that there was moss over there, so I just kept busy until I got tired. That was basically me on the island. And like they said, I had way more resources, but they actually sectioned mine off. I only had about half my island, which was interesting. I don't know why I couldn't use the entire island, but I still was able to get as many twigs as I needed. I still was able to get the moss that I needed to make my shelter. So it ended up working out. And I did the same thing as Polly. I almost stripped. I was just going to strip down completely naked to swim to the island, but then I was like, my mom and my brother are watching this. Like, I probably should do that. I don't think I'm gonna do that. So I got down to just like my rain pants and my underwear, and swam to the island. And the only time that I did get naked was to do what Polly said she should have done, was to switch into dry clothes. I switched to my thermals, and I didn't know that there was 2 security cameras following me. I only thought there was one. So I'm down by the water.
Watching.
I'm down by the water completely naked, switching my clothes, like talking to my microphone. And I finally look over and I see the camera. And I'm like, oh, there's 2 of them. You can see me. And I was like, Mom, Dallas, I am so sorry if you guys caught anything. And I've asked them about it. I think they were either like in a confessional talking to somebody, or they just weren't at the cameras. So they didn't see anything. Thank goodness. They didn't have to see, Roman being malnourished and naked. They didn't have to see that. So I'm very happy about
definitely
that.
would have pushed the button then.
That would have been it.
Somebody had to edit some footage of me without clothes on at about 130 pounds. So that was not okay.
God.
Yeah, I will say, we'll get to your extraction, but I will say that was probably the first time I actually noticed just how like satiated you looked in your face. Like I don't know why, but like for whatever reason, when you got extracted was like really when I seen it. And I don't know if it's just because it was kind of gradual, but like for whatever reason, I don't know if it's how they edited the lighting. I was like, good Lord, that boy's gotten skinny, right? Like I didn't like, I don't know what it was. Yeah, Paulie, you agree? Like it's just, I don't know.
Sure.
You saw it like differently when you extracted. RJ, tell us, how was your first night on the island?
First night was pretty rough, I would say. I didn't have too much space where I could actually make a decent shelter where I'd be able to like lay down. There's only one little spot, and they didn't really show it too much, but you guys see me a lot like sitting next to that log, or like sitting on the log, like right in front of it. There's like this little divot that is like just big enough for me to like worm my body into and to try to like get out of the wind as much as possible. And I used that and just started laying branches over it. And so that's why like me building my shelter was fairly quickly, because I didn't really have to, I guess, like try to assemble anything together, like put together a lean-to. It was more like just try to make this ditch as comfortable as possible and try to keep all my body heat there below the surface.
Got it.
Yeah.
So at this point, now you 2 are duking it out, right? So Polly's gone. We're down to the final 2. She's warm. She's
She's
taking
a shower.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Dry underwear on.
Yeah, she's good. She done got more than one pair of socks and underwear now. She rolling, right? You know what I'm saying? She's living it up. And so y'all 2 are duking it out. Now, what happens is, I kind of want to talk through, we know that your mom and Dallas tried to get you fired. And that was definitely like tough to watch, right? Trying to get that bow drill. They put Tanisha and Michaela in timeout, which I still think was funny because they're just braiding hair. It was just like the funniest thing. It was just like,
She's getting a retwist.
Yeah, she's getting a retwist in
the peeping out the window.
Peeping out the window, right? Like,
yeah.
I was like, all right. But one of the things is, you kind of have this last supply drop. Okay. And Polly, by the way, feel free to like ask questions too of them if you want.
Sure.
But you got to figure out these numbers. So we know that they've got to write you letters and you've got to get the supply. One of the things that they didn't show was there was a deception kind of challenge for what stuff you get. And we'll get to that in a minute. But you got to figure out these numbers. So for you, Roman, it was 615. What was up with 615 first? Before we even get into that, what was the 615 thing?
Yeah, so it's just this thing in our family. Like my mom's grandpa just used to always say, for some reason, at 615, it's 615 in this weird voice, and it just carried on through generation and generation. And then when we were all kids, we would always just say it when we would see 615. It was just kind of like our thing, and so it's just always been like our family number. It's just always 615 is the time, and like me and my grandma, like I'll text it to her when I see that time. It's just a really cool thing. I've thought about getting it tatted on me. I think at some point I'll get it like on my wrist or something. It's just always been a significant number to our family. So immediately, of course, me and Dallas were thinking like, not me and Ma. And I went 00615. And that was the first
It
thing
would have
I
been
tried.
logical.
Yeah, 00615. Especially if we're talking about time. I wouldn't go 61500 first. Like, come on, Ma. Lock in.
Come on, Mom.
But RJ can attest to this too. The pressure that they made seem like was on the line in the show is just completely off. Like we got our crates. Yeah, sorry, but this is so underwhelming. We got our crates, and they were just like, "Okay, try and open them."
Big facts.
I don't remember.
You didn't know there was a time limit?
No.
There was no time limit,
I don't think there was.
and RJ can attest to this. I asked them after I tried 615. And I tried 00615. It was wrong, and I said, "Dang! I wish you guys would have done 00615." About 10 seconds later, I switched it to 61500. It was not 12 minutes later. It took me a minute and a half to open that crate, and I'm pretty sure they said it took RJ like 3 or 4 minutes.
It literally had him take it to the last second.
Yes, they just want to add the drama to this.
And
so
what did I
I'm
say,
watching.
Toya?
Go ahead. Sorry.
No,
I told Toya before y'all got on, we was talking about the crate, and it was talking to like he had 3 seconds. I was like, I'm almost certain production played us.
because listen,
Yeah.
the way he was
100%.
turning them numbers, RJ was stressing.
I mean, I
I
was
was
stressing. Don't get me wrong. I was stressing, but it wasn't because of time limit. It was because I thought I didn't know the code no more.
With us.
Yes, same with me. Yeah, like, it was very underwhelming. It was not like that. And also, they didn't show. We had to get to open the bigger crate. There was a different set of letters that we had to do. It was a 4-letter combination. I don't know why they didn't show this, but we both had to do 4 letters. Mine was ball. RJ was yours.
Mine was 5.
5. Okay. Yeah. So we had that as well. But yeah, that was a bit more underwhelming, I think, for me and RJ. What they
Very much underwhelming.
doing.
So you guys unlocked the crate. But you did. They said you did open them pretty quickly. Like you guys kind of. So the drama that they built up for us was not. It's definitely TV magic for sure. We're hearing a lot more about the TV magic as the episodes go on. So you guys open the crates. You get your supplies. What they don't show is, and Michaela talked about it Monday night, which was the deception, right? So there was a deception challenge that happened that determined who got what. Okay, and so RJ, we know you only got 1 emergency water and your peaches and
Match, right?
Yeah, other way around.
Opposite.
I got 1.
wait,
He
you
got
said
4.
what?
Roman
So
got 1.
RJ
not
got the crate
RJ
with
got
1.
4.
Yeah, RJ. Sorry, yeah, RJ got the 4, and then the peaches and a match, right? And then
Bodrill.
and Bodrill, bless your heart, like
Useless.
Amateur survival for a reason.
I mean, like, why are we even
Like
mentioning
the
it?
one
Like,
tool the whole season that was completely useless for everybody.
except
Except for
for
Luke.
Unless you were little.
Except
Yeah.
for Luke.
Yeah.
yeah, like
But everybody else.
yeah,
Useless.
right. So you got, and then Roman, you got 1 emergency water, peaches, and what else? A match.
Well, baby
Your mom
knife.
said an axe.
Oh, baby knife.
RJ had an axe, I think, right?
Yeah, RJ got an
I have
axe.
the axe.
Okay, so now we're here, and Roman, up until this point, before you even got to the crate, you were threatening to drink lake water.
There was no threat. It was a promise. It was gonna happen.
You're listen. He's like, I'm gonna drink this lake water. Like it was like a declaration. I felt like you said it all the time. I don't know if how often you were saying it. But up until this point, I was like, this boy about to drink this water.
With all
Once again, I said season 2 water didn't look like season 1 water. Season one water looked like my coffee. Season 2 was a little bit better, but you didn't have a way to filter or to boil. And so let's talk about like how you felt, because Polly, even your bacon, right? Like when you get these moments of food, I even want to just hear even from Polly too on this, like how exasperated are your taste buds at this point? Because like I know Polly, you were like, oh my God, this bacon. Like so what is going on? How does that change?
When I saw Roman drinking his emergency water, when you're that dehydrated, you don't sip. You cannot just take 1 or 2 sips. You just like, because your body is like, yes. Yeah. And so I got that when he was doing it, I'm like, yeah, for sure, because that's where, and we actually did a challenge that never did make it to production, which Roman and I can probably talk about. When our families cooked for us, there was a challenge that was not shown, I guess because of time or whatever, but our families had the opportunity to make our favorite meals for us. They packed it in a micro-sized Tupperware container, but we walked up to this. We had to walk again about a gazillion miles, and then you opened up this warming thing, and the sign on the top said, "Take whatever you need because this will be the last thing you eat." And there were I was the second person there, I think, because when I opened the container, there was no container with Luke's name on it, but there was a container for me, Doug, RJ, and Roman. So I took my container and left. And apparently, when Doug got to the warming crate, RJ, he almost took yours. From what Molly and Bailey said, opened that crate. I think maybe Roman was next, and Roman took his and left. And then Doug got to this warming crate, and we're so hungry. You're so hungry. Never experienced that type of hunger before. And so Doug opens this thing, and he's starving. All of us were starving, and he wrestled with himself for a long time, from what I understand from people at HQ, to take not only his but RJ's meal as well, because it just something snaps in your brain when you get that hungry. So yeah.
And so like when you're, because like anytime you're getting food, like I could imagine, like, I've cut sugar before and then come back and ate sugar, like something, even just something like fruit. In your brain, like the dopamine that just goes through,
Yes,
like
for sure.
And so Roman ate that peach and he said, oh my God.
It was like civilization again. It was just like life came back. Like that was such a genuine reaction, the water and the peach, because I had nothing in my body for 3.5 days, just trying to keep going. And I was like, okay, let me have this peach finally. Let me relieve myself and have a few peaches. And that first peach, I was like, I truly don't think I've ever tasted anything this sweet. My mouth was so dry. I haven't had food in like almost a week. So it was the sweetest peach I've ever had. And the little emergency water, you guys heard it. They made it real quiet for everybody to listen to.
Was like, God,
me gulp that water down.
Yo, you were like, I'm just gonna have a sip. He's like, literally, like, because you said, you're like, I'm just gonna have, I need some water. I'm gonna take a sip.
Which is edited, by the way. This is a lie. I was saying I was gonna have a sip of the peach juice that's in there. The whole way they explain the emergency water is completely backwards. It was the other way around. I was like,
but still, they didn't have to do you like that with the gulping.
Yeah,
the gulping was excessive.
They turned that mic up on post production. It was like
everybody heard those.
Heard around the world.
It's like they turned down the sound on everything around you and up the volume on your throat. I'm like, sir, we don't need to hear him drinking that.
Not at all. At least let us hear the wind. Let us hear something. I was like, I'm watching this with like 200 people. Let's not do this. It's kind of weird.
This is what you give them. This is what you give them.
This is how you send me. So at this point, RJ's got quite a bit of supplies. And now we're starting to watch Lindsay and Dallas really wrestle because they know the amount of supplies that RJ has. You've just drank your last e-water. They don't look that big. They look like I was telling my
Like a sandwich bag.
I was like it looks like a little yogurt pouch that my son.
I have the emergency water as well too.
Oh, of course you do.
Please. Because it looked like a sandwich bag.
What? Look, he's
I
got.
actually boxed up. So you guys will remember these items. So I've got the wet bag.
Oh,
When we got vanished.
We got accessories.
I know.
Wow.
I have my match. The match that I was going to use. There for the match.
Yeah,
Not you holding on to that thing.
Look, he said, "I'm
Here's
leaving
the
this-
emergency pack of water.
There it is.
So
There it is.
That's
Oh.
it.
That would have pissed
And
me
it's
off.
like, how much does it say?
Also
Yeah, I
got
think
one
it's
after our swamp challenge.
That's a
Roman.
Capri Sun pouch.
4.2 ounces of water. That's what these
What I'm supposed to
contain.
do with that?
Yeah.
What I'm
There's-
supposed to
yeah.
do with that?
You got your peaches.
I have my extraction card too.
That's so
Oh, I
fun.
love it. That's
What I'm supposed to do with 2.4 ounces of water?
Yeah.
Or 4.
You know, I said the same thing. I said the exact same thing.
Yeah,
That is the sip.
like 4.2 is rough. Like
Yeah.
that's not an
Jeez.
emergency water. That's an emergency sip, right?
Yeah.
So we're kind of going through and we're watching all of this unfold a little bit. And now we get to RJ. So you both got letters, right? RJ's came with some pretty detailed instructions, right? On what to do. It was kind of rough, and I'm guessing some of this could also been TV magic, right? Where Roman, you're like, man, I wish I would have known how to make fire. What are some other ways of making fire? What are some other ways of making shelter? I'm guessing that's TV magic and cutting.
It was
but-
just happened to be
Yeah, it's just
side by side.
it's gonna make a great story.
I was saying that the whole time, and they only included on the island.
So what, RJ? So now you know that it's you and Roman. You're in the home stretch. You've got more supplies. Are you now like, all right, it's time to dig in. It's game time. What's going through your head?
For me, I think at the beginning it was like, okay, they announced it over like to Roman and I, like, hey, you guys are the last two remaining. One of you guys has supplies, one of you guys don't. And then like I remember just looking and like, oh, I got a canteen and a match and a knife. I was like, so he has nothing. I was like, all right, so it's only a matter of time. Like either we're going into a final challenge or it's outlast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so from that point on, like once we kind of got the confirmation that it was just we're outlasting each other, I kind of like all right, Lindsay, like I didn't know their name, but I was like, Roman family, like you guys know how this is gonna go. Like I have the size. We can be out here for 3 weeks if you guys want to, but realistically, like medically, between both of us, this isn't fair, right?
got
Like we
the upper
know
hand.
that we know the outcome.
Yeah.
So I was kind of chilling. But then whenever I got that letter, my family was like, the reason why you're still out there is because they think you're going to mess up or they think that he can win this still. And I was like, okay, as much as I don't want to be like a villain, like I just got to turn up and make sure I do everything I can to make them feel like there's no chance of winning this at all.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
when you went into MacGyver mode, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that
hey,
was
we
like,
He switched
we
beast
just-
mode on real fast.
I was like, okay, we making traps out of peaches and so like we kind of watched this all unfold. And so let us know, those of you all who are watching online, if you have questions, definitely let us know so we can make sure we get those. And so you kind of get Roman gets extracted, right? Because Lindsay and Dallas are like, hey, like at this point the odds are kind of stacked, right? Like just sheer numbers and resources. Roman now has nothing left. And then RJ, you still got, a couple little pouches, a little water, that basically make up 2 cups of water, which is just crazy, by the way. You got 2 cups of water and still a canteen. It's nuts to sound. Like 4.2 ounces, I would fight. But so Roman's gotten extracted. at this point, you mentioned, hey, I hear some boats.
Mhm.
And so so did you think at that point I've won?
No, so the way they did it was they kind of like went over the loudspeaker and told me like, "Hey, survivalist, your camera isn't working on your phone. Can you hold it up to the screen and that way we can fix it?" And I'm assuming like whenever they said that, obviously this whole time they're getting my family ready, getting them ready. So I'm sitting here for like 10 minutes with the phone on the app that records it up to the screen, switching arms, like just tired. I'm like, guys, I got barely no water. I don't have any food. I have no calories. You're burning my energy. I'm straining muscles. I'm cramping. Like, we got to figure this out. And so they're like, all right, we're going to send somebody out there to you. And so generally, that's why I had the phone in my hand. I don't know if you saw that, like the
Yeah.
comments. They're like, do the survivors have a phone? I was like, yes, because they said they were coming to fix it. And I was like, all right, I hear these boats. Let me go mess with these guys really quick. Because that's really the only interaction we have is like to try to get a reaction out of the staff that can't communicate or talk to us.
Y'all are trolling staff.
Every time.
Y'all not good for
What's up,
nothing
guys? How we
anyway.
doing? Thanks for coming to my island.
So I'm out there. I'm like, all right, let me just go mess with these guys really quick, get this phone working so we can continue this game and hopefully wrap up soon. And I turn the corner and I see my mom and my aunt. I'm just like, does this mean? And then they're like, yes, you want. And then from there, I was just like, man, I don't even want to move. I just like fell over.
Oh yeah. No, that was amazing. Then they dropped a little box
Yeah.
to you. That was awesome. I will say it's like just kind of watching each of your stories and even just the evolution of each person
Mhm.
over time, right? Like from Polly, from you from the very beginning. RJ, Roman, just like kind of watching, and I even think like Dallas was like, I watched him become a man out there. Like a proud which I thought that was awesome. And just like even to see Dallas was just a tad choked up talking because he's been such a, you know what I'm saying? He's been
We've been tough.
he's a tough guy. And
Love, that's all Dallas is, tough love.
yeah, and so
So
it
much
was
self-love.
it was interesting just even watching him kind of even get choked up, kind of watching you, and even seeing you get extracted, and that like that entire thing was just very emotional, just kind of like watching. And I know we're at RJ's watch party, so it was like different energies. So, but it's kind of conflicting energies as all of this is happening, right? It's like I'm watching
our room
you.
got real quiet as soon as it was happening. I'm sure everybody was like, "Oh, here we go." But yeah, our room got real quiet. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, and so it was a little bit of a conflicting energy, right? Because like, you know, we've gotten to know all of you guys, and so I'm watching you and your reaction, and then like the room is like, so it was definitely you guys should all be proud of yourselves.
Absolutely.
And just huge congrats to each of you. Let's talk really quickly post show life. Especially now that like you've gotten through the season, so less things are embargoed that you can talk about, if you will. One question from one of our viewers, Roman, is: have you gone fishing since the show?
No.
Hell no.
I know he hasn't.
I don't know if I will. I haven't ate fish since. I don't like fish. The only thing I do like is like white tuna in a can.
Oh,
And I still have not gone back to that because I do not like it. And then we went to a campfire for the first time last weekend, and I was kind of sitting there like zoning out.
You got PTSD.
I haven't done this with people in so long. Like I only
This
know
is
this
weird.
is my time to like relax. So it was
Yeah.
a little bit weird. And I'm like blowing in the fire, keeping the fire going, like worried about keeping the fire going. So no, I have not gone back to fish. I don't know when I will or if I ever will. I have not.
cool. Noted.
He
Not
said,
to
no,
get,
thank you.
not to get Roman fishing
Let's not
rod
get
for
him triggered,
birthdays or
but-
Christmas. So Polly, you're now back in school. We know you're teaching. So like, what has life been like for you post show? Like all of the things that are happening.
It's so much fun. Once the show started, I am married to a farmer and a rancher in the middle of central Nebraska. So I live in a very small town. Holdridge is about 5,000 people, and this is where I teach calculus and pre-calculus. And I'm like a local celebrity. I mean, it's weird because Molly and Bailey live in Detroit. Nobody knows them. Around here, I go to the grocery store, I go get gas, I come to school. And I mean, it's hilarious. I went to watch some of my grandkids play soccer, and my biggest fan base is like 5-year-olds to about fifth graders. They just think I'm a superhero. So I'm at this soccer game watching my grandkids, and mobs of little kids are, will you sign my autograph? Would you? And just talking about it and stuff. So it's adorable. It's so adorable. And the support, the love, and the enthusiasm from, because nobody from Nebraska ever gets noticed for doing anything. I mean, there's just no people out here. So it's it's been really fun. I'm kind of like a little local celebrity. So it's been really fun.
Oh, I love it. And Roman, what about you?
Oh, it's been great. The same thing with Polly. It's like if I go back to my hometown, people are kind of like, yo, I know you from somewhere. Like, what did you do? Like, what have you done? And yeah, you kind of feel like a little micro celebrity. I'm just like, no, I'm just a regular guy. Like, I know I went on TV, but just a regular guy. And people get a little starstruck. It's kind of weird that we're like in this space now. But post show has been incredible. The show is being really well received. Like my comment sections are flooded with people just being like, we're so proud of you and all this kind of stuff. And I needed that because while I was out there, I thought I did a terrible job. Like I didn't think I was doing well. And watching it back has just been so fun. And I'm getting so many messages from people. The Facebook discussion posts, like people love the top two that it was me and RJ. So it's just, I'm so glad that the show has been really well received.
Yeah, I love it. Big winner chicken dinner.
Howdy.
What's life post show?
I mean, right now we've been pretty low key. We just had a meeting this morning about talking with some people around the Metroplex about kind of starting that Reynolds Ranch and starting that youth program that I was talking about on the show. So hopefully I can get that off the ground and running as soon as possible. But for the most part, I don't get recognized around town, and I hopefully can stay that way. I like being, your average everyday guy that just does cool things. That's really what I want to be. I want to be personable with everybody. I want to be just, the guy that you can come up, talk to, shake his hand, get to know, and leave with all smiles.
I love that. So, we had another question. And then I do want to know, now that we know what RJ is up to, I want to know if you guys have anything else that people can just keep following your journey. But real quick question. Somebody said, what food did each of you miss the most that you can't get enough of now?
For me, it's my mom's home cooked meals. There's like a few specific ones. My favorite food in the world is stroganoff, which was the meal that she made for me that they don't show. And then steak. My mom makes really good like poppy seed chicken. It's really good. She does Italian chicken really good. So of course I love my mother's meals. So any chance that she's making stuff, she lives an hour and a half away from me.
You drive?
She's doing a meal. I will drive there to go get the food because
without a shadow of a doubt.
I appreciate it so much.
I am on the way.
I know it's Cincinnati. Yeah. And I'm taking some home with me too.
Listen,
right, as you should.
Listen, kids never grow up. I live barely 7 minutes from my parents' house. And she'd be like, hey, I made some extra fish. Yes. Like, why are we even having a discussion? Like,
every time my mom picks up my daughter, I make sure she brings one of two things: half a pot of rice and some sofrito, which is like a Puerto Rican seasoning that we do. And she brings me one that I could use right away, and then another one that I put in the freezer to last me for. So listen, I don't care how old I am. If you're coming to this house, one of those two things has to be with you.
Oh yeah, no. Listen,
mom's cooking is everything.
My mom still cooks like there's 5 of us in the house, and so who am I to stop her from bringing eggs? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who am I? Who am I to block those blessings? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, Polly, what about you? What food did you miss the most while you're out there that you can't get enough of now?
Steak. We are ranchers. That's what we do for a living.
That's
why I started bawling when I walked up to that steak, because it wasn't just the steak. It reminded me of home. I mean, my freezer's constantly full of like the best prime beef because a lot of times we'll have, a pot of cattle ready to go to slaughter and somebody will break their leg. And so all of a sudden we have to slaughter it and it is prime beef. And so I have access all the time to
Bro.
just
Must
incredible
be nice.
T-bones and yeah. So we love it, and so that's why, yes, steak by far. Yep.
Yep, no
So I eat
argument here.
so
I'm
much.
texting. So yeah, it's basically beef is its own food group here. So like
It is.
makes sense.
Absolutely is.
RJ, what about you?
For me, I would say like Roman, it was that home cooked meal that we had. I actually just got it recently, during the whole watch party thing. We had Amy come down and my family wanted to cook for everybody. And so we had candied yams, greens, ham, mac and cheese, stuffing,
Y'all had
turkey
Thanksgiving.
legs. Yeah, it was just, your general Thanksgiving holiday food. That's really what it is for me. I've had about five
In
plates.
the middle of April.
You're right.
Year round. That's year round food.
Yeah.
Just keep it fresh.
Do we-
Yeah.
Do we need a holiday? No, I love that. So what is next for you, Polly? I know you're teaching. Is there anything else that you got going on that you'd love to share with people so that we can keep track of you?
Yeah, you can follow Molly and I on TikTok. I always have to have some type of adventure on the radar, getting my pilot's license, or biking around the country, or doing a triathlon or something. So this was my major
say this
goal.
stuff so casually, real quick though. Before you go, we just have to pause real quick. Like you said it just so like biking around the country.
I just want to get out of bed without being in pain.
I just admire you. Because you just threw that stuff out real casually.
Like it's a regular Wednesday.
Yeah, it's just how I'm wired. I don't know. So usually after I do I set these big goals, I accomplish these big goals, and then I give myself a couple months to just, chill, relax. And then whatever the next thing is on the radar, all of a sudden, and I don't know what that's going to be. And I don't necessarily want it to know yet. I just wait for that to fall in my lap. Just like Extracted, just sort of like, cool, let's do this. So there will be another adventure. I just don't know what it is yet.
Okay. We'll be following. So we expect an announcement.
Yes,
right?
We will. Molly will announce it. Molly does all of our social media stuff, so it'll be announced. She does all that.
Oh
Can't
yeah,
wait.
I can. I mean, like you've pilot's license, triathlons, biking across the country. You've got Extracted 20 plus days in the wilderness. You're racking up a resume. Clearly I've got you do. Like
Really, I need to do something with my life.
Yeah, I'm just local celebrity. I'm here for it all. Like it's been amazing.
Okay.
Well, I can't wait to see what unfolds. Just please make sure that continue to share because I think it's all inspiring. RJ, not RJ, Roman. What do you have coming up?
Well, the main thing right now, I just work, and then the podcast that me and my brother do, we still do that. So we talk basketball every week. That's been our big thing. I'm trying to get that to grow. I'd love to have some type of career in basketball reporting or something like that because I just love the game. I'm also trying to get back into like working at basketball. I would love to like chase the overseas contract or something like that. So stay tuned for that journey possibly coming up. Still feel like I'm pretty good. I'm pretty young too, so I could potentially do that. And then I've been getting a lot of DMs and comments saying that I should apply for like Survivor, Big Brother, The Challenge and stuff like that. So I might be going on some more shows here soon. Everybody's saying I'm a shoo-in, so I'm going to apply. I got to get my redemption for what this guy did to me. So I need my
I think you would be great on all of those. As a challenge fan, as like somebody who grew up watching the challenge on MTV, like from the early days of Real World Road Rules Challenge, you probably weren't even born yet. But nonetheless, yeah, exactly. You don't even know what Road Rules is. Like that lets you know. They used to put people in Winnebago.
Right. You don't got to show our ages anymore. Calm
down.
They
just put people in a Winnebago, and then they just would travel across the world. That was Road Rules, and they would do these challenges. It was social experiments at the height. Okay. But I feel like you'd be amazing at the challenges. So that would be fun to watch. The good news is you would get to eat, you sleep. Like
that's what I've learned is probably wouldn't have to go through near as much what I went through on this show. Like this was probably the most extreme it could be. But hopefully I get to do that soon. I've also seen stuff about Amazing Race. Like me and my brother should go on it, or even me and RJ should go on the Amazing Race.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah.
Who knows when-
Actually,
I
I
tune in.
vote Polly and Molly too. Like
Oh,
I
there
want
you
both
go.
of y'all.
Son, there you go.
I can tell you
all the
now, I wouldn't.
extracted duos. Maybe we should do it like that. A bunch of extracted
Yeah.
duos on the race.
That
Yeah.
would
That would be
be
fire.
that would be amazing. Like I already know, like whoever I have to have has to drive a stick
Well,
because
RJ,
Yep.
I don't.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be 2.0 because your mom is saying yes, yes, and yes. So look for that in your future. Well, looks like you
Didn't even get a choice.
so
Yeah,
like
mine is up to win this again.
so I guess like maybe I mean I would like to ask you, but you know, the queen has spoken, but I want to make sure, you know, just in case you had anything else to add. So you have your wilderness organization that you're going to be building. Is there anything else that you got going on?
Not quite yet. We're starting the nonprofit. We're starting the whole journey with reaching out to youth and being advocates in the community and everything like that. But for now, you can just stay tuned at visionary.rob or visionary_rob, and then my Facebook is not visionary rob. So whichever one you want to follow, you'll be able to find me and stay up to date with all that stuff.
No, I will tell you guys. I know we're getting ready to close out, but number one, thank you guys for being so kind to us. Like this was something that we I had watched I had like been wanting to watch season 1, and when I saw that it came back, I was like, hey, this should be one of the shows we review. And we had every anticipation of only reviewing one episode, right? Because that's typically what we do on Tuesday. We pick a new show and then we're in a series. And you guys basically hunkered down locked down our entire Tuesday.
Yeah.
We didn't
because we came that next week, and I told her, I know we're only supposed to do one episode, but I think we need to do the whole thing.
let's just keep going. And we booted Will Smith out. Just so you guys know, we were actually
I'll replace
reviewing
Will Smith.
We were, and I'm a diehard.
We don't
OG
do Will Smith slander over here.
Love
Yeah,
some
no
Will
Will Smith slander over here. Like huge fans, right? And we were like, let's bump him to Thursday. We smashed all of his last 3 episodes, tossed him on a Thursday, and then we just stuck to Extracted the whole way through. You guys have such an amazing. I think you guys just the chemistry. This was such a great and fun season to watch. Better than season 1. But I will say, just like, I'm just saying, like, and I'm not saying that because you guys came on the show. I do think that, like, as the show has evolved, naturally the evolution happens. But each one of you all have been amazing and fun,
Yes.
fun to watch. And just thank you for officially being a part of the Lunch Crew. Hopefully, we'll have some merch come out this summer. We'll have to make sure that we send you guys Lunch Crew merch.
We'll rep that. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Summer.
Of
It was
course,
an
of
honor for
course.
you to be. Summer was the domino effect that
Yes,
led
she
to where we
was.
are now with you
She
guys.
was.
So without Summer, technically,
Yeah.
we wouldn't even been
Yeah.
able to have this kind of this reaction with you guys. So Summer,
Yeah.
thank you. You
Thank
are
you,
the reason
Summer.
for this.
Yeah, no,
Thank
summer.
you
Yeah,
guys for
Yeah,
coming
thank
to
you
the
guys.
show.
No,
You
like,
guys made this easy to do.
Yeah, y'all
Literally.
did. I mean, we know there was some production sprinkle sauce on that. But you can't tell us you can't tell a good story without great characters, regardless, right? And so I think that that's just a testament to each of you and what you guys have done. Considering you guys made a great show being in the wilderness 40. Like you guys had long
Jesus.
stretches of time with not a lot going on, and yet we still got a great show. So I just appreciate it. I'm hoping this is not the last time we all cross paths. We hope to kind of bring you on and see you guys more. Paulie, look, you tell us when your next adventure's dropping. We're gonna
I will.
pencil you. We won't even pencil you in. We're gonna tattoo you in. Same thing with Roman. Same thing with RJ. We want to have you guys back. RJ, we're gonna maybe. I don't know yet. I have to talk to myself because I'm the boss of the show. But I'm gonna have to talk to myself about trying out this peanut butter burger situation.
Oh, we're
Um,
doing
You gotta have it. You gotta have it. Roman was there.
Tried the peanut butter.
I ate
the whole
That's
thing.
phenomenal. No, do
Which
it.
one was
Do
it?
it. Peanut butter burger.
you-
You won't regret it.
No.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm on
Molly.
board.
We just get outvoted on our own show.
Yes. Yes. Like
This is
not
out
even
of
tastes
place.
so yummy.
I feel like I'm in a different timeline because this is not
Peanut
real.
butter. Yeah. Yeah.
You're hearing it from the rancher.
You are. I know beef.
Peanut butter.
Yeah, I don't have
Peanut
I know
butter.
beef.
Peanut
I mean,
butter.
Now you throw
All
in
I'm saying is I didn't get it. I didn't get it
Roman was there, but Roman did not partake.
because we talked about it. I can't have it.
Yeah.
Are you got peanut allergies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, so you got
Oh,
saved
okay.
by an allergy.
Yeah.
noted. We don't
So,
have.
no,
can
I
I just say
can't
what
have
he
that
has
one.
then, and I'm just
No.
allergic to peanuts? No, that's not how that
No.
works. Okay.
We both have seafood allergies, but no.
Does that count?
No.
No.
No. All
No, I
right.
don't care.
One of our listeners said Food Fight Friday, so that may be happening. We may have to make that happen for Food
Don't
Fight
make
Friday.
me do it.
You gotta try it. You
I'm
gotta
going
try
into it with a negative mindset though. You might like it.
I eat grouse heart. I eat the heart and the liver of grouse.
Yeah,
You
listen,
can put
yeah,
peanut
Yeah,
butter on
listen.
it.
Listen. If listen, I can't complain with Polly because one, the way she popped that little liver in her mouth, like it was real savagery type stuff. And then still, the way that Roman looked at you when you
You
popped that little itty bitty potato, you're like, "Oh, we're eating it right now."
But you try it out. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, we're doing this, right? We're doing this.
All right.
No, I've loved it. Thank you guys so much. We just appreciate
Well,
you know.
I just want to let you know, one of our chat members on Cinnabon, she said she's gonna try it.
Oh,
Try it.
okay. Okay,
Well,
then
we
you're
just
gonna have to hit up.
warned
Well, you gotta let me know how that to work. You're trying it for the both of us. How about
Well,
that?
look, maybe if we do a studio show before we get out of here, RJ can swing down to the studio and try it IRL. That's how you get Paul. See, if you get him in person and out of his room,
Like, I'm down. I'm game.
I'll make you a deal. I'll make you this deal. And this is me agreeing to it right now. If May 1st we can get in studio and we can get RJ to somehow come down live, I will try this stinking peanut butter burger.
Done. Done deal. Done deal. Y'all get the space. I'm there.
All right, we'll keep you posted.
well, yeah, because May 1st is 100. Is episode 1.
It's 150, so it's going to be a big thing. We're trying to make it a big thing.
Yeah.
So
Fun.
if we can lock in the studio for May 1st and we can get you down here, it's a Friday, so you get the little weekend. If you come down here May 1st on our special,
Like, this is gonna be the best thing he's ever had.
You're gonna love
You're
it.
gonna be like, dang, what am I missing my
I
whole
will
life?
try the peanut butter burger live.
Yes.
Oh my God, I can't.
That's
I can't.
fair.
You guys are this will be amazing.
Well, again, your mama's speaking for you. You're gonna be there, so you don't get a say so in your life.
It's
wait,
not
is
me.
Michaela?
We're both gonna
Michaela said
be
he'll be
there.
there.
Michaela,
Your mom is speaking for you. Okay,
Your manager has spoken, so
Tomager has said he'll be there. So now we got to find a way to lock this thing in.
well, I guess we'll have to figure that out for sure. But thank you all. We'll actually just close out the show with you guys on, and then we'll go from there. So thank you all so much for joining us. Special shout out once again to Polly, Roman, RJ. Congrats again, RJ, but also congrats to all of you for such an amazing human feat of surviving in the wilderness. But we count it an honor and privilege that you all joined us, that everybody else has joined in and chimed in. So shout out to you all. I'm Latoya, your hostess with the mostest. Thank you. So shout outs to the lunch crew. Whether you're day one or today is day one, we appreciate it. Paul, go ahead and close us out.
Hey, thank you guys, everybody, for coming in. Polly, RJ, Roman, you guys, once again, y'all been here before, and y'all, yet again, just knocked it out the park for us and gave us another wonderful episode. I can't wait to watch this back. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you go to all our YouTube channels, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, like, comment, share, subscribe. And most importantly, guys, we thank you guys. And the most important thing at the end of the day, the world is a much better place with you in it. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
thank you all.
Lunch Hour Podcast. To ignite, to inspire, to unite, bringing you the truth, shining ever so bright. Join the discussion, be a part of the crew. Every single episode, something fresh and new. From the first bite to the last, we're serving up the best, putting every theory to the ultimate test. So leaning close, don't miss a single beat. The Lunch Hour Podcast can't be beat. Lunch Hour Podcast.